Hi, welcome to my video on factor by grouping part 3. But in this one, we're going to rearrange the terms so we can factor by grouping. Rearrange. Factor by rearranging the terms. Well, let's look at this. We have 4 terms, so we're going to factor by grouping. Let's take these two and these two. Notice if I group the first two and the last two, the only GCF here is 1. And if I factor here, I get an x outside of 2 plus 7y. And 2 plus 7y is not the same as x squared plus 14x, so I have to rearrange. So let's take the x squared and let's switch the 14y and the 2x. Switch them or rearrange them. What we're doing, we are switching these two around by what we call the commutator property, because 14y plus 2x is the same as 2x plus 14y. Now, let's group the two terms again, 2 pairs, which we did. Now we can take an x out. X is GCF, so x squared divided by x is x. 2x divided by x is 2. Plus, and we have a 7y. So I see 14 and 7. 7 is a GCF and y. So 14y divided by 7y is 2. And 7xy divided by 7y is x. And you notice that these two are not the same, but they are, because 2 plus x and x plus 2 are the same. So I can switch these two around to make them the same because of the commutator property. So 2 plus x is the same as x plus 2. In other words, 2 add on 3 is the same as 3 add on 2. Now the two binomials are the same, so we take the x plus 2, which is the common binomial, GCF, and we take the 2x out of the first. We get an x left, we take a 2x out of the second set, and we get a 7y. So notice, as they are, we couldn't factor them, so we switch these two around, then we could factor. B, we have 4 terms, so let's look at it again. Let's try these two, and I have a y is common in these two, so that gives me 3xy minus b. And here I have, let's see what's common here. I have a d is common, so plus is that sign, so we always take whatever that sign is there, we put here. D is common, so we have a 3xy minus b. So notice this time we didn't have to rearrange because they're the same. So we have a 3xy minus b is the common binomial, and when we divide the first algebraic expression by 3xyb, we get a y. When we divide 3xyb into this one, we get a plus d. So this one we didn't have to rearrange. Sometimes you will, sometimes you won't. It just depends. But if you have 4 terms, you probably have to rearrange the terms, or you have to do it by grouping. So let's practice. Let's do these 3. So practice means pause the video and work this one out. See if you got the right answer. Then pause it again, work this one out, play it back. So do one at a time to make sure. So y squared plus 15x, no GCF, and we have a y common here, so that's a 3 plus 5x. And again, we cannot, there's only a 1 common here, so that's a y squared plus 15x. And this binomial is not the same as this one, and that's a plus right there, so we have to rearrange. So y squared plus 3y plus 15x plus 5xy. So again, switching these two around, do not change the signs because you're not moving it across an equal sign. Now we see that these two and these two, we have a y common. Take the y out. Y into y squared is y. 3y divided by y is plus 3. And right here I have a 5x, a plus, that's a plus, so this is a plus. 5 is the GCF of 5 and 15, and x is common, so 5x divided into 15x gives me a 3. 5x into 5xy gives me a plus y. And as you can see, y plus 3 and 3 plus y are not identical, but because we're adding, 3 plus y is the same as y plus 3. And now we have a common GCF, which is y plus 3. And we take y times y plus 3 divided by y plus 3, we get a y plus. And we take y plus 3 and divide it into this expression, and we get 5x. Okay, number 2. Let's try it again. We got 4 terms, let's group. So we got a 6 is the GCF, so that's xa minus 1. And we got a negative, and we have only a negative 1 is common. 4 and a, 9 and x, so negative 1 outside of 4a plus 9x. And these two are not the same, so I have to switch. So 6xa minus 4a minus 6 minus 9. So again, I switch the two of these around. And if I switch them around, and if it's going to factor, then it should factor. Let's see. Break it up into two terms, two pairs. And I have a 6 and a 4, so 2 is common, and I have an a. So 2a is the GCF monomial. So 6xa divided by 2a gives me a 3x. And a negative 4a divided by 2a is a negative 2. And I have a negative here, so I take a negative out. That's a negative, so I put a negative. 6 and 9, the GCF is 3. So negative 6 divided by negative 3 is a 2. Negative 9x divided by negative 3 is a plus 3x. And guess what? We have, this is 3x minus 2. This is 2x plus 3. So that means that this cannot be factored. If we switch it again, and we say probably I made a mistake, well, let's see. Let's move the negative 9x over and leave the, remember, as it is, it didn't work. I switched the negative 6 and the negative 4 around, and that didn't work because that gave me 3x minus 2, and I took the negative out. So just make sure, yep, that's a 2 plus 3x, that's 3x minus 2, they're not the same, so I can't do it. So what I did now is move the negative 9 over with the 6xa, and let's see, break it up into two terms. I have a 3 and an x. 3 is the GCF of 6 and 9, and with an x. 6xa divided by 3x is 2a, and negative 9x divided by 3x is negative 3, and I have to take the negative out. That's a negative 2 coming out. So negative 6 divided by negative 2 is 3. Negative 4a divided by negative 2 is positive 2a. And again, 2a minus 3 is not the same as 3 plus 2a. So this one can, you got to say, can not be factored. And that happens at times, just because there's 4 terms. You know, don't mean to say, well, you might have to say that sometimes on a quiz, they put down problems which can't be factored. You just got to say cannot be factored, and you get full marks. Number 3. Let's see what happens here. Break it up into two terms. A, B, C, 6, nothing common. And we got a 3AB and 2C, nothing common. So we have to switch the 3AB first, minus 6 goes second, with the negative 2C. So I switch these two around to see if this works. So there's first two, second two. And we have an AB here and an AB here. So we take the AB out and we get a C and we get a 3. Remember, AB divided into ABC is C, and AB divided in 3AB is 3. And multiply back, you should get AB times C, perfect. AB times 3, perfect. And I have a negative, so I'm going to take out 6 and 2. 2 is the GCF. Negative 6 divided by negative 2 is a 3. And the negative 2C divided by negative 2 is a plus C. Okay, that's... Now, we have C plus 3 and 3 plus C. So, we can... 3 plus C is the same as C plus 3. Now the two of them are the same. So the GCF is C plus 3. And what's left? We have an AB minus 2. So if you take this expression divided by C plus 3, you get an AB. If you take this expression and divide it by C plus 3, you get a negative 2. So really, what you're really doing, if you're factoring, when you take this out, the AB is left. When you take this out, C plus 3 away, you get a minus 2. And that brings us to the end of factoring by grouping. If you can't do it as is, you can rearrange the terms. If you can't do it then it can't be factored. If you like my video, click the like button. Click the subscribe button if you're not a subscriber, and click the notification bell because there's more videos coming your way. Write a comment on my video if you wish, and visit my math website, www.mathfullyexplained.com. In the sections on me, you will find I have degrees and teaching experience in math, and my video section talks about the strategies I'm going to use to help you learn your math, and the content section talks about the topics that I have on my YouTube channel, the number of videos on those topics. The black font is what's online right now, and the red font is the topics that will be there in the near future. Thank you for viewing my video. Bye-bye.